Hey y'all, it's Sarah. So I'm here today talking about a conference presentation that I actually got to hear a few days ago, and something that I have actually been working on in my work as well. It's education and ensemble shows in schools and in local venues as well. Part of my job is I get to work with our ensembles, our principal musicians who compose our quintets, our string and wind quintets, and we send them into local schools, like local libraries, hospitals, I'm sure like many places out there and many other organizations. Even if you're a small organization, a small ensemble, you're probably being asked more and more to do education programs, to do master classes, lectures, to play in a school or something like that. You're being probably expected to do it by any kind of funders or grants. It may be easier to find funding that way if you are doing it. So across the board, it's kind of something that's important. I think that most organizations, and the CSO is an example of them, do what my friends at the New Bedford Symphony who did the presentation, they call them drive-bys, and I thought that was a great term for it. A drive-by show is essentially showing up at the school, you unload your instruments, you play for 20 minutes, maybe ask the kids a question, wave hi, and then you leave. There's not really any second touch point. There's not really any interaction after that. They may show up at a young people's concert or at another ensemble show later in the year, but there's not really a follow-through. There's not really a plan. So that's a drive-by, and we do them, but no more. So the New Bedford Symphony people did a presentation on their program, and their program I thought was really, really great. They take a concept at the beginning of the season and try to integrate it through their entire education program. The example last year I think was symmetry, so they looked for symmetry in music, symmetry in geometry, symmetry in arts, and they carried that through their ensemble show. They did another on-site educational visit with a classroom teacher, and then it showed up again in their young people's concert. They're thinking there, I think, and it makes sense to me too, that all subjects share a link somehow, whatever it is. So what are the links between music and other subjects, and how can you use other subjects to relay the importance of the music, and how can you use music to showcase and share other concepts. So we at the CSO are starting this project. I expect some hiccups along the way, but I'm really excited about it. I think it'll make for a great educational program that really is deep, and it tries to follow students through and to teach them how important music is, how ingrained in something it is. We're looking at I'm very excited about this. I'm a history nerd a little bit. So we're looking at doing American culture. Our Young People's Concert focuses on American music across the nation. And so we're thinking that our ensemble shows will showcase American culture and pull from American composers, from songs about America. This Land Is Your Land. I'm personally hoping that Tennessee Waltz gets on the program. It's one of my favorites. So then we'll follow through with some interactive follow-ups and expansion activities, and they'll come to our Young People's Concert and follow up again with a second interactive opportunity. A couple of things though to keep in mind. I think that we're really trying to keep in mind as we start this program, and if you're thinking about something as well, then New Bedford talked about authenticity, to make sure that the connection is legitimate and that it's there, that you don't just show up and play something from Carnival of the Animals and say, oh, well, there we go, we taught you about animals and we taught you about zoology and done. So no, that's not really authentic. It's not really deep, that just playing it. So you kind of need to dig a little further. And something that was brought up in our discussion was that our core product and our focus is the music. You know, I'm not a math teacher. I wasn't trained as that. I'm not a science teacher. I'm a music teacher. I'm a musician. So the core product is the music, what we're really interested in, and that should be the focus of whatever we do. So we're really working with our principal musicians to make sure that they are comfortable with the music that they're choosing, that it does fit in to the overall theme, but that the music's really at the heart of it. So I would love to hear any examples of education programs that you've got out there. If you have any ideas for our education program, then we're kind of starting out with a blank slate, so I'd love to hear from you. Just a plug for Terry at the New Bedford Symphony has an article on polyphonic.org that I'll post a link to about this actual thing, about their educational programs and about concept integration. So I'll share a link with you, and be sure to check it out. It's a great article. So see y'all next time. Bye.